On it.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get on to our main event, please enjoy a performance, our opening act from the one and only Amirah.
Hi, so I basically wrote the song on 31st of December 2020 at around 10:30 to 11 p.m. and it's called Happy New Year because I don't know what else to call it. So I hope you enjoy. I guess it's a new chapter now. We're all gonna be screaming Happy New Year loud. Spent most of the past year in a lockdown. I almost don't know what this song's about. I wanna say New Year, new me, but on January 1st, yesterday's still 2020. I wanna say that I've changed, but every year's the same. I'm still stuck in the same game. 2 decades of my life has passed. Oh, time, it flies so fast. 2 decades of my life I can't get back. 2 decades, that's back. So here's to 2021. I know it's just begun, but I can't wait to see what it's got for me. So please, please be kind to us. This past year's been the worst, and that's my wish this New Year's Eve. So please, please be kind to me. Please be kind to me. Happy New Year!
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to another virtual event hosted by the Live Poets Society. Tonight, love is in the air as we bring together another lineup of absolutely stunning poets, live and lively from all over Malaysia, ready to catch your gaze, sway your feelings, and tug at those vulnerable heartstrings. That's right, coinciding with Valentine's Day today, we present to you our first ever virtual mic check event, Bitter Sweet. As always, I'm your host, Mr. A. And first, I'd like to introduce to you what the Live Poet Society is. LPS, it's more than just a society or a club. It is a gathering, simply put. Individuals of all sorts of backgrounds from all walks of life. Due to a collective interest in one thing, we come together. And that interest is the written word. Poetry is everywhere around us, whether in a classical prose or a modern bop. From Shakespeare to Taylor Swift, songs, raps, ballads, rhymes, all of these are forms of poetry in our eyes. Whether you write one out of passion or career, or both together during your spare time or whenever, during your highs, your lows, in English, BM, Mandarin, Tamil, whatever, as long as you intend to turn words into art, then you just got yourself some poetry there, my friend. And as I said just now, tonight's event is the first time we are holding our virtual mic check series of events where we celebrate both experienced and amateur poets from the Live Poets Society, as well as certain featured poets we are dying to unveil tonight. So, to coincide with this inaugural event, we are also holding a giveaway on tonight's stream. That's right, folks, a giveaway, and all you need to do is stay tuned till the end of the event, and you will see a Google Form link in the live chat. Simply click on the link, fill in your details there, and you stand a chance to win one commissioned monochrome art from Nona Arts and one boxless poem book by the illustrious founder of LPS, Muhammad Adlan Ramli, or the man with no box. Two lucky winners stand a chance to win these two prizes, and they are sponsored by Nona Arts. A graphics designer who's ready to receive your commissions. Simply DM them at the link on screen right now. Their prices are very fair, I assure you, for the lovely art that they produce. As you can see here, I'm sharing on the screen right now. From chibi arts to simple doodles, you need some art, they are ready to partay. Drop them a DM if you're interested, alright? You can find them, as I showed just now, nona.works@gmail.com or on Twitter at nona_arts. And with that, we get back to our event tonight. We're here to celebrate a classic theme for poetry, which is love. Oh, this sweet four-letter word. Funny thing about love is, and I'm sure everyone here can vouch for this, is that it can be the sweetest time of your life or the absolute most bitter memory haunting your every dream at night. But whether bitter or sweet, love is definitely an experience that you won't soon forget. And our poets tonight will share their take on what Valentine's, love, sweet and bitter, mean to them. So kick back, relax, and enjoy our staggering 11 poets of the night. Without taking further more of your time, let me introduce our featured poet for tonight, the one and only House. In his free time, he dreams about being a Zen monk where there are quiet waterfalls and the sounds of raindrops on leaves could be heard. House, you're making me shiver with anticipation already. The stage is yours.
Thanks a lot for that introduction. That's an awesome introduction. Um, I just want to say it's an awesome thing to be with y'all on Valentine's Day online, sharing some poets, sharing some honest words, inspiration, ideas. Anyway, let me tell you a story about a Valentine's Day that I went through about many years ago, around 7, 8 years ago. Um, I was with my first love, my first girlfriend. She's from Spain, and I fell in love with her head over heels and all that. And then we decided, so we were in the East Coast of the U.S. at that point, and we decided to move to California. So we moved to California, and then on Valentine's Day, um, she found out something about me that I've hidden from her for so long, which is the fact that I was a weed smoker. On Valentine's Day, she found out that I smoked weed. This was 7 or 8 years ago, not now. But anyway, she told me on that fateful day, she told me, you have to choose. Is it gonna be me or is it gonna be the green herb? And I chose the green herb. And from that day onwards, my life was blessed with happiness. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, um, that's part of my inspiration. I'm not advocating drugs. I'm not a proponent for drug use, but I know that some organic substances could alleviate ourselves, could make us levitate, and could bring us to a higher consciousness. Anyway, this poem that I wrote, it's a pretty long one. I wrote this one when I was traveling in Thailand. I had dreadlocks. I wanted to be Bob Marley. I traveled in Thailand, met so many people, had so many beautiful experiences. And I was always, how to say this? I was always trying to capture bits and pieces of my information, of my experiences inside a poem, inside some kind of beautiful piece of writing. Anyway, I think I managed to at least capture a part of it. So I wrote two poems, and I'm just gonna recite one for tonight. Eddie gave me 15 minutes. I hope I don't exceed the time limit. All right. So without further ado, um, I'm going to share with you this poem that I wrote when I was in Thailand. It's called Rude Boy, Good Boy. All right. Check it. Stop being a rude boy and start being a good boy. Wait a second. Green, orange, black, white, red, blue. Don't you know? These colors wafting up in the air because the wind blows so finely in real life. Meditation, reflection. Don't you know? Hey, outer space, letter by letter. I want to bounce and take off into another flight gently. irreversibly, unidirectional, into the beyond. Wait, green is the color of the earth rolled in thin papers and packed into little wooden foil metal bamboo bowls. Orange, the color of fire, element of a mysterious nature. Everyone knows yet not here. Flintstones, wood, crackle upon spark, broken into many pieces yet combined in the burning of the flame. Worshipped by ancient tribes and used by humans to cook many wondrously delicious dishes. And there are only a few things that could not be burned by it. Easy. Stop. Stop being. Stop being such uh stop being. Stop being such a good boy. Stop being such a rude boy and start being a good boy. Rasta say, I know the universe and the spiritual beyond the immediate sphere. The sphere is the peer. A Rasta, a dreaded homeboy hustling in the middays behind shop lots, parking lots for some moolah. Perhaps at night another brother would come by, drop by, and listen to the lonely heart, wondering if he could smoke some and get into a spirituality. Spiritualism isn't schism. Yes, thanks to the beating of the drum and the turn of the ball in a mystical space, wondering about everything and nothing. On a mellow night, perhaps what we want is to be entertained. There is not any escape for the yearning soul that does not want to be confined. A little child, a father, a mother, a story that is not the truth, a good boy, a rude boy 20 years later, an old man, a playpen. Rest assured that this is not the truth. Yet, to the heart that is open, that knows those pauses between breaths are giveaways to listening ears, that knows that lies break relationships apart, that wanders about at midnight in search for calming words and the sounds of birds that are familiar, that knows that there is nothing worth waiting for if there is no truth. The heart that would risk a certain falsehood just to be good. Perhaps the non-truth is the only refuge. Yet to the mind that is critical, that knows everything and questions everything, that dreams in neon colors, that dreams in neon colors, swirling about in the early hours before sunrise, wondering about answers and logic and science and reality and truth and the concrete, that looks for symmetry and perfection and finiteness in formulations and equations, constantly trying to fit them into situations. There is no perhaps or maybe. There is only here, now, an idea, the moment, the immediate, the perceivable. There is only room for the imagination. Here, there, everywhere, nowhere. Stop. Stop being. Stop being a rude boy and start being a good boy. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait for a sister. Wait for a brother. Wait for the father. Wait for the mother. Wait. Wait a minute, a second, a stretch out moment for the child. Wait for the little kid. Barely the age of 2, a good boy 20 years later, a rude boy. And the mama says, stop, child, you have to stop being a rude boy and start being a good boy. Put away your gun. Grab a paintbrush. Colors mean more when we wait and stop to recognize the immediate moment, full of binaries, full of in-betweenness. And I know, Jah know, Jah bless, give thanks and praises. I, oh, I and I, some you and you, white, red, and blue. A little kid, barely the age of 2, without speaking, could teach the old man a million things just by the expressions on his face. Within the confines of his playpen, looking out, reaching hands, wandering about for a little toy, a truck, or a bus, something like that to push around. Parents were nowhere to be found, busy, having dinner with the TV, on watching soaps, and guessing, totally drowned in the fast-paced life. Among the things that they hate are obligations to attend to the immediate situation and not being able to turn the TV on because the remote is gone. Parents nowhere to be found because they are dying slowly. Life has sapped every single piece of will out of them, zombified by electronic pulses and magnetic impulses on a screen where colors become objects and creatures so real that they matter more. Stop! The remote control is gone. In its place is a letter opener, sharp and shiny, hidden by the child, somewhere in between cushions in a messy house. This is not my story. I am not honest. This is not the truth. Haven't you heard that nothingness is a hell of a drug? It's a hell of a drug. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, that's not all. I could keep on going all night. No, just kidding. um, do I have time for a short one? Okay, cool. So this is the other part of it. Okay. So I said I wrote 2 poems when I was in Thailand. That one was Rude Boy and Good Boy. This one is another one of those. It's Stop being a playboy and start being a prey boy. Okay, by House me. All right, 1, 2, 3. Stop being a playboy and start being a prey boy. Grand plans never work out. However, they let us figure out what is buried deep within our minds and or consciousness. The end destination being our utmostly desired dream or fantasy, and every single step being components or parts leading to it. Great plans never work out. However meticulous they are, they could only be a tiny piece of the puzzle. Song lyrics become a distant murmur. What used to be crystal clear and saliently figure outable turn into hums in the background, hums in the background, hums. Pleasantly intriguing, mysteriously soft and nice, and of course, unfigure outable. I can listen and dance and sing. I can listen with my hands and my feet and my body. I can dance with my mind. I can sing. I can sing with my fingers. I point up to the sky, wishing, hoping to make sense of the clouds. I can see. I can see with my index. I can see with my nose. Stop being a playboy and start being a prey boy. That's it. Thank you very much. That is all. I promise you. There's no more words after that.
All right, thank you very much to our featured poet of the night, ladies and gentlemen. That was House, everybody. You can find him at his handles, the House Kata, House Upstairs, taking us on an outright spiritual ride with words alone. A good boy, a rude boy, who's to say which is which? Really, in the end, the best that you can do is just be a true boy. Stay true to yourself, and hey, you should be fine. Maybe, probably, hopefully. Thanks again for the mind blasting weaves of words from the masterful house. All right, well, I'm not going to take a lot of your time. I'm just the MC tonight. And we are going to poet number two. This one, I think, is a little bit of a crowd favorite. She is Michelle Ann. And her presence is sweet and her aura is bright. Well, not so much more that I can say to introduce Michelle here. I think everyone already knows and is dire, really just desperately waiting to hear her. Michelle, stage is yours.
Thanks for the introduction, Mr. A. Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle. So, um, before I jump right into my poem recitation tonight, I'd like to take some of this time to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day, regardless um, if you're single or taken or in a toxic situationship. Um, okay, but if he or she treats you like trash, this is your sign to dump them and move on. Anyway, tonight I want to share with you guys a poem that I wrote for someone really, really special. It's called Warrior, and it goes like this. Let me tell you the fable of an angel. Human she was birthed, sent from heaven to earth, granted by God's grace the most beautiful face, a heart so kind, nowhere else you could find the divine feminine, if not in her preeminence. But the world was flawed. Her innocence sawed, she carried the burden of 100 persons, and in the darkness her demons she tried to harness. Wielding against them her sword, she named determination. Today, the day of love, February the 14th, we honor her last teen, the angel turned warrior. Our strong, sweet, victorious fighter. Her story lives on. From the bottom of our hearts. Happy birthday, Charlize Carmen. And that's it. Now, you can tell, of course, who this poem was made for. And yes, it's for you, Charlize. Happy birthday. And if you're listening to this right now, I want to wish you all the love and happiness in the world. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye. And thank you.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, our first dedication poem of the night. As always, we did a Spooktober event last year, and we also got dedication poems then. Valentine's event. This is just asking for it. Well, Michelle Ann, I hope that whoever it was that you were dedicating that poem to received it with open arms and an open heart too. Okay, well, we are going off to a good start. And now I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, poet number 3. He is high, and to him, love is sweet when it's new, but bitter when it's true. Well, Isai, take us through your experience of love, both its sweetness and bitter experience.
Hello everyone, I'm Mirai, and tonight I'll be reciting a bilingual poem entitled Kenapa Susah Sangat Nak Fall in Love Dengan Aku? So this poem was written by me when I was single, and tonight I'll be reciting the poem and I'm still single, so yeah. This poem is made special for my single peeps out there, especially if you are wondering why you are still single. So here we go. 1. Mereka kata cinta itu buta. Pada aku ayat tu tak make sense. Gila. Bagi tahu aku macam mana kau nak fall in love with someone's souls or inner beauty if the first thing that you would see is their looks. Cinta pandang pertama takkan wujud kalau cinta itu buta. Istilah mata bertentang mata takkan ada. Yelah, dah nama pun buta. Love is blind make relationships jadi toxic sebab kau tutup sebelah mata dekat semua perangai buruk dia. Dia layan kau macam bodoh pun kau still tak apa. Bagi peluang kedua, ketiga, keempat, kelima, peluang takkan pernah habis sebab yelah, cinta kan buta. 2. I have been single for a long time and I'm used to it. I am not desperate for a girlfriend. Wait, you don't trust me, do you? If you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I want a girlfriend? The answer is 11. Shit. I am desperate. 3. They say that you will find the right one, the true perfect match. I think I know what they meant when they said the right one. So I installed Tinder and I swipe right on every girls. Don't get me wrong, it's just probability, maths. But damn, not even a single match. 4. I am dari mata turun ke hati type of man. But the problem is, I'm short-sighted. So you might be a trophy today, but just sagu hati on the next day. 5. Aku memang tiada rupa, tiada harta, tiada gaya. Tapi at least aku punya hati ikhlas untuk cinta. Come on, you need to stop being so materialistic. Loyalty is more important. Tapi nanti kalau kita keluar date, kau belanja aku Kita susah sama-sama, kita senang sendiri-sendiri sebab kau cuma teman wanita. Lainlah kalau dah jadi bini. 6. I am not picky. Because if you confess your feelings to me, if you say that you have a crush on me, I will make you my girlfriend straight away. Tapi kau kena menepati cita rasa aku dululah. Tak banyak pun. Around 50 characteristics in my list. Aku tulis kecil-kecil dalam buku 555, minimalist. You need to be adorable, amazing, attractive, bold, beautiful, brainy, calm, cool, cheerful, dedicated, dynamic, and the list goes on and on and on. I am not picky. I just know what I want. 7. I want to get morning and night wishes. I want to be in the state where makan tak kenyang, mandi tak basah, tidur tak lena. Nobody wants to call me sayang, but I guess that's okay because at least I can call semua perempuan sayang. 8. A little bit sharing of my past love journey. I met this one girl who's into romantic movies and stories, so she asked me to be her Romeo. I wanted to say yes, but unfortunately, I don't drink poison and I don't think that double suicide is romantic, so we broke up. Then, I met another girl and she's also into romantic movies and stories. Coincidence? Nah, I think it's more like an accident. She asked me to be her Jack, and I was like, Jack and the Beanstalk? Jack, Sparrow. Jackie Chan? And then she said, Jack from Titanic. And I was like, oh. I wanted to say yes, but unfortunately, I'm afraid of the ocean. So if you jump, I'll watch you from above. And then she jumped out of the relationship. 9. Tak pernah dengar ke pepatah orang dulu-dulu yang single dihormati? Yang couple kita doa supaya dia single balik nanti. 10. Hai, I still don't have a clue tentang kenapa orang susah sangat nak fall in love dengan aku. Because when I look into my chairman, all I see is the perfect man. And I see... Oh, I see. I might be the reason why. And that is all for the poem. Kenapa susah sangat nak fall in love dengan aku? But before I go, I would like to say something to all the lovebirds and single peeps out there. Never ever give up on love because you deserve it. Alright, that is all from me for tonight. Thank you for listening and happy Valentine's Day.
Oh damn, it's high. He be calling out every single low life scum out there. Dia tak picky, y'all. Dia tak picky at all. You just gotta, fulfill this 50 item checklist of his, and and even then he will go around calling everyone sayang. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I want to say that in your dreams, Isai, but well, we all know the reality, right? So many people who are exactly like that. But well, that's life, and life goes on. Same as our event tonight. It goes on to poet number 4. She is one of our public poets for the night. That's right. For tonight, we have 2 poets from the public. They are not part of LPS, but they have that appreciation, that passion for the written word. And here I present to you Koi. She doesn't do love. That's too much work. But you're all welcome to send her buckets of money though. Well, Koi, time for you to jump out of the pond and take the stage.
No, thank you so much, Mr. E, for the introduction just now. I felt very welcome here. So, hello everyone. My name is Koi, but I usually go by the name of AE. But since the theme for today is love, like bittersweet and everything, and it's also Valentine's Day, so I changed my name from AE to Koi because Koi means love in Japanese. So yeah, why not, right? And I also really like the koi fish. So yeah, before I start, I would like to, wish all of you guys a very, very happy Valentine's Day. For those who have a significant other, I hope you spend the day well with your partner, doing cute and also wholesome things, I guess. But if you're single, then it's fine too, because tonight I'll be your date. I'll gladly be your date for tonight, and I hope that I'll be the greatest date of your life, hopefully. So as for today, I have 3 poems that I'm going to recite, which all of them are written by me, and also this is my first time reciting, so excuse me if I'm being awkward or anything. So there's kind of like a storyline to my poems that I'll be reciting today. The first poem is going to tell you about the love and the feeling of falling in love and everything, the sweetness of it, the bitterness of it, and everything. The second poem is going to, this is where everything came crashing down, where you have broken up and you're like angry for that person, and you're like, you know what, I can't live without you. Yeah, so the third one is finally you're accepting that that person is no longer there with you, and it's fine, life goes on, you move on, kinda. So yeah, the first poem that I'm going to recite today is entitled Love Critics. So here I go. Today I'll talk about love, an emotion so strong
that choke your lungs up until it's brim. Also an emotion so tender and light, feathers have to wave white flags, sacrificing its wing. Love is finding the last tube of your favorite flavor of ice cream on days filled with storms and grim. Love is the sun that shines right onto your face, but not enough to burn the place. Love is swinging happily with wide smiles and utmost happiness, even though you know you have motion sickness. Love is going to sleep crying because why did her eyes lit up when she looked at him? Love is eating alone with your heart behind bars, waiting for him to return from Mars. Love is screaming at each other at 3 a.m. All words are uttered from minds that are cramped. Love is losing your sanity just to find sincerity. Love, that is. So yeah, that's my first poem. Like all the sweetness and everything, the ups and downs of a relationship itself. Moving on to my second poem. It is entitled, this one I wrote several nights ago, and I don't know why, but it's kind of like where you're mad at this person, why did you leave me? Something like that. So yeah, and this one is entitled King of Hearts. Cold nights without you feel so much safer compared to having your heat right beside mine. The shivers that I get feels better without your warm hands. My phone notes are full of unspoken words, but I know you can't handle it if I spoke. My thoughts are flying away to a world you doesn't conquer. My kingdom now reign within myself, not under a tyranny that could care less. I never want to let myself be exposed so bare to anyone who wouldn't even cut their own thread on their body for me to see. I learned that the hard way, you see. The sweetness of the chocolate in your orbs are now as scary as sacred forests of the devil, with no emerald or mahogany. I still think of you, but I only do when I'm desperately in need of someone. Like how you once put me last in your options. I don't need you anymore. And it's not that hard, because I am now the king of my own heart. Yeah, so that's, you can feel the anger, I think. I hope you can feel it. So the third one, which is my last poem of the night, is this one is very close to me. Like, it's very close to my heart. I wrote this a long time ago, but it's still very, very memorable for me. So yeah, this is dedicated to someone that I once lost, but it's fine. I'm okay now. So this one is entitled January. The last time I talked to you was on my birth month, but now all that's left is unknown. Senses that reminds me of you stuck to me like the strongest glue. People used to tell me as time flies, the wounds will fade. But I'm convinced that you cut off its wings. Because the more I wait, the more the wound blooms. Just like how my heart booms on the first day I met you in January. So yeah, that's all my poems that I have for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I really hope you guys are having a great night. So that's all from me, Koi, signing off. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me.
And thank you for gracing us with your 3 pieces tonight, Koi. And you're right, I do feel the anger there. Though it's not so much an explosive anger. I mean, from where I was sitting here, it felt more like the sort of smoldering intensity, smoldering heat from ashes from from coal that's been slowly burning, but the heat is there. Now that's what I felt from Koi, and off she goes to swim back into her pond. Well, thank you very much, Koi. And with that, we bring you to poet number 5. She is the one and only Sarah Pasu. And well, to put it bluntly, she breaks them fuckboys' hearts with a Pasu. Sarah, stage is yours. Break some Pasus.
Hello, guys. Welcome. My name is Sarah Pasu. So basically, today is officially marks 4 years of me doing spoken word poetry. Valentine's Day is the first time I did my first poem, and also I read my first piece. So, of course, we're gonna start off with Pasu by Sarah Pasu. I would kill for her. If suruh perang, sanggup ke? I would die for her. Please, kena iron pun dah macam apa. Hi, you cutie. Okay, no thank you, buddy. Hey, yo, what that lip can do? Definitely roast you. I nak date you. Okay, can I reject you? I nak kawan dengan you. Yelah tu. Jom makan together? Sorry, I won't even bother. Jom pergi date? Sorry, I already had a date. With who? Assignments you did. Playing hard to get sangat? Why you salty sangat? It's tiring lah, kerja you. Stupid. Who suruh you buat macam tu? Foolish guy. Too desperate tu. Boring sangat ke bang when you desperately search for anak dara orang? Your heart never tenang, never look for guidance, never seek for peace, never prayed to the creator even once. Blinded by nafsu, feelings jadi palsu, sometimes I want to hentak you dengan pasu. Enough. Enough with the sweet words. Not everything is made out of rainbows and cupcakes. Sudah lah tabur janji. And please sedar betapa pahitnya reality. Okay, and then I have my second poem, my Valentine special. It's called Sayang. I would like to call love as sayang. Sometimes I rotate it with baby, kadang-kadang babi sebab perangai gampang masing-masing masuk sekali. I thought you were okay masa first time jumpa lelaki kan, nak expect melebih buat apa? Love poet pula tu. And of course, being the Romeo, you had your Juliet. I knew you for 3 years. Kita kawan biasa je, relax je. Melawak macam orang bodoh. Tiba-tiba aku tercatch feelings now who's the bodoh. You, however, did not die with your Juliet. Dua-dua tak mati pun. Shakespeare bukannya penulis cerita you guys. You guys went separate. And at that time I wondered, this man that poured all of his love to the girl who can be separated if love is real. Then why did they went separate ways and didn't solve it? Turns out at times love is not the solving equation. Both of them decided to grab separate notebooks and write differently on where they wanted to go. And I guess love would also go and become a no-show. And then you went through several oceans. He tasted the Pacific and then the Atlantic. Last kali kat Malaysia juga dia balik Laut Cina Selatan juga hisses menarik. Sometimes sayang tu ada everywhere. We at times tak nampak. Don't know where. Sibuk nak jadi celik di mata. Hati tak nak pula. Sayang I dekat you is the same as sayang I to my best friend. I let you be free to explore uncharted territories because I know in the end, I still will be your favorite nanti. Sayang I is to let you sayang other things. Job, family, friends, life, animals, heck, poetry. I don't feel the need to insert I sekali because, I'm already in your hati. I'll let you have all of it. You'll see why nanti. Sayang, when we took the leap, I was scared, but I guess it's only human to be so. And I guess that's how I Do and Pasu became a full-blown couple, though. Okay, guys, for my third poem, I'm gonna welcome to the stage my significant other, Adu. So, okay, we this year we managed to come up with an e-zine. It's called The Eyes Who Seek and the Mouth Who Speaks. So, if you guys are interested to purchase, I will put in the Google form in the chat later. But let's welcome my significant other, I do, to the stage.
Hi, hi everyone. Thank you, Sarah. Welcome.
Okay,
Okay, so
are you ready?
yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's do this.
Okay,
So
this is. So the
okay.
title of this poem is A Letter to Ourselves by Adu and Sarah Pasu.
Love. What is love actually? Is it just a face to show our emotions that we care for the other? Or is it just a word that is coined for that certain feeling? When people ask me, what is love in my eyes? I would describe to them, love in my eyes is when I hear a cheeky laugh after a dad joke I made.
Love is when he makes me smile when I feel like I want to die.
Love is when your smile becomes the wallpaper that would make me smile back.
Love is when he agrees on dropping the word fight and replace it with the word disagreement because I'm scared with the thought of a fight.
Love is when you share memes together through each other DMs without no context needed.
Love is when he sees me and I see me inside of him.
Love is when she sees me and I see me inside of her.
Love is when he can make me cry, not because I'm sad, but because he made me happy with his gestures.
Love is when I know that you are the right person for me.
Now, I'm not much of a love poet. I don't really know how to maneuver through the very word named love, but I'm gonna be honest. If I'm going to write one, it will be about you.
As the things we have in common are the strength we hold to each other. It's funny how my writing style is into love poetry, but with you, I can never express it with words. I want to show them with my actions. So, for how much I try to maneuver this car, I can never bring it to a location. But if we do arrive there, do know that it is out of love, like how fate brought us together.
Puisi cinta ku karang buat kamu untuk dibaca di kala keseorangan sebelum beradu. Dengarkanlah tulisan puitis cintaku kerana kata-kataku tidak akan pernah semerdu itu.
I can always write a million love poems to you and a trillion more because you are the ink to my pen and the ideas through the lines.
At times when I look at you, my eyes get too glued to be true. Everything to me that you do to me just seems to scream, I love you. It's all these actions and this carrying cues. They're not even clues. They're full-blown confessions in the sky, bright as the day, obvious as the sun's rays.
My feelings came out without shame. They used to be in flames, now they're suddenly all tame, all because of you. You came, and then there's suddenly nothing to be blamed.
I am not a love poet, but thinking about you suddenly makes me want to be one. But I don't have the wording abilities as you do, babe. Like I don't know how to trap my emotions in metaphors. Like black coffee in the mornings don't work anymore to wake me up because now I wake up to you. Wait a fucking minute. Maybe I can be a love poet because you make me do incredible things. And I would like to say thank you, even to the littlest things.
With you, I can say that I didn't just love you. I love your family, your circle of friends, your hobbies, your dreams, your hopes, your ambition, and you will love mine too. We belong in this bubble where we can feel safe together. And I guess that's what love is. To be honest, love is a feeling of being safe, cozy with your own skin, encouraging one another to do their best to their fullest, to never stop at a red light. as that sense of belonging and that sense of self being will always remind you that there is always a green light waiting for you to keep going. Love is a sense of knowing that there is someone besides you. Together, I will keep going.
Together, I will keep going. Together,
Together, we
we will
will
keep
keep
going.
going.
Okay, guys, that is all from me, from us, from Adu and Pasu. So, happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy. I'm clearly enjoying myself right now. So, bye bye, guys.
Woo! Wow. Well, Adu, Sarah, if you ask me what is love, then I will say, baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What a cute and hella extra performance from two powerhouses of the Live Poet Society. Now, join together in that sweet, sweet ecstasy that we call love. Good luck to the both of you, and I'm just gonna sit back and await more duet performances from y'all. I know you both got it in you. And Sarah, I do share the link for your new book together in the chat for anyone who's interested. Okay. And with that, we're gonna take you to our sixth poet of the night. She is known simply as AD. Never let a man break you unless they are 20 men or worth 20 men at least, huh, AD? Well, go on and break all of us here tonight with your pieces. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ad, and welcome to the bitter side of love. So, I'll have 4 poems I'll be reciting today, titled Pain, Home, Longing, and Spark. Pain is about why we feel hurt. Home is about losing a place where we belong and losing the person we're most comfortable with. Longing is about missing someone, and spark is about moving on and finding yourself while you move on. So, this is for the people who have been lied to, stomped, and beat down from love. This is my first poem, Pain. People usually ask others who hurt you when they are sad or saying things that sound painful. But for me, I think no one actually hurt me. I think I just hurt myself. I give people the power to hurt me. I overthink and overanalyze situations. I keep on dwelling in my sorrows. No one actually hurt me. It's just I made a decision to hurt myself. Why? Why do I hurt myself? It hurts and it never gives me satisfaction or joy. So why do I do this? Why did I choose this? Maybe it's because I no longer see the value in myself. Maybe I don't want joy in my life anymore. Maybe, just maybe, I just want to kill myself from the inside. I don't have the courage to kill myself instantly, but killing my insides, well, once the soul falters and bleeds, the outer body will soon follow. Next is home. Some people say home is where their family is. Some say they feel at home when they are traveling, while some say home is whatever feels right at the time. For me, I never felt at home when I was with my family, friends, or even by myself. I didn't know what home feels like until I met you. You made me feel warm and calm. You brought happiness and joy. You gave me peace and serenity. You felt like home to me. You are home to me. Sadly, you left. Now all I have is memories and glimpses of a home, but no longer have one. Next is longing. I woke up to the faint sounds of the neighbors arguing. I woke up to the lingering thoughts of my dreams in my mind. Dreaming of you proved to be a gift, a chance to see your smiling face, replaying in my mind like a broken tape, replaying the same soulful song again and again. Missing you has proved to be a dreaded pain, having to miss a glimmering soul, a soul that has made my hollow being transform into a prosperous spirit. I can only hope now that this phase will finish soon, as I am afraid, I am so afraid that I can't endure this longing for you much longer, my darling. And lastly is spark. I woke up questioning, how can I live on? How can I continue life if you are not there to love me? Seasons have passed, yet my love for you, memory of you, is still deeply ingrained in me. Though it hurts, somehow I need to keep moving forward. I need to take charge of my life and create a new light for my soul. Even though I miss you, even when I'm hurting, I need to go on and live. People say you can give yourself time to heal. You can give yourself time to find a new love, new hope, a new home. But I don't think I should give myself time. I think I need to fight and I need to soar. I hope you are watching this soul that has crashed and burned spark into a new life. Well, that is all from me. So, thank you, everyone.
I am right there with you, Ad. Been there and done that, most definitely. Love, it is beautiful to share it with others, definitely, but even more so. And maybe, from personal experience, I would like to add that it's more crucial is to find that love to share with yourself. And I think that perfectly encapsulates what our theme is for tonight: bitter, sweet. That's love. It's both bitter and it's sweet. Sometimes we hit the highs of Sarah and Adu's performances now, and sometimes we hit lows that just never truly leaves us, even after a long, long time. But that's just how love is. That's just how life is sometimes. So, Ad, I wish you all the best in your love, your home, your spark. And hey, if you feel like it, you could always join us in the Life Poets Society. We might not be a traditional family, but we definitely have a lot of love to share. And that invite goes to everyone out there in the chat, wherever. We at LPS, we welcome all. All right. Maybe some LPS members can share our Discord link in the chat there. So if anyone's interested to just pop in and maybe share a poem or two, go right ahead. All right. All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna take you all to our seventh poet of the night. He's known as Kip Kip, and he is too young to die. He's not fire, he's simply just wet. Kip Kip, don't splash anything on me, but please take the stage.
Thank you, Mr. A, for the event tonight. So I have three. Before that, I want to introduce myself. So the stage name that I have chosen tonight is Kip Kip. Well, just a disclaimer: every POS I have changed my stage name just because of the anonymity. Because I sometimes I get called out because of my poems are, let's just say, it's a bit controversial. All right. So for tonight, I have three poems. And for the first poems, it's about, I have no title yet, but if I were to give a title now, I would give it as the definition of falling in love. While if Adu and Sarah say the definition of falling in love is all about the sweet things, well, I'm the bitter side of it. So without wasting any much time, this is the definition of falling in love. So falling in love does not equate to happiness. Falling in love is more like having a severe mental disease. See, when you fall in love, the jealousy inside of you starts to bloom. The decisions that you make are becoming more and more irrational. You realize that as days goes by, you have become more spiteful to everything. At this point of falling in love, I'm sure you must be paranoid of the simplest, littlest subatomic particles hanging on top of your head. At the end of the day, you have ultimately become boastful just to prove that you are in love. Falling in love to me has nothing to do with your girlfriend or boyfriend. It has nothing to do with your wife or husband. Falling in love has nothing to do with your crush or maybe crushes if you're a boy darat. It has nothing to do with the other person. It's all about you, 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 and only you. You are the one who proposed the idea of being in love. You like the idea of the falling in love part. You don't really like the other person, do you? You just want to be someone's favorite. You just like the idea of possession, being owned by someone. Falling in love is not something to do with the other person. It's all about you and only you. Falling in love, falling in love is total disaster, a catastrophic event. When you fall in love, you start to lose your enjoyment. Do you remember when you were 10 or 12? All the small little things happen to you will make you smile every time. What happened to them? What happened to the smile? Yes, when you fall in love, you have lost the feeling to feel the excitement. When you fall in love, you start to chase a bigger ideal, an ideal that you cannot fulfill by yourself, and only the other person can fulfill. You have become dependent to your partner. You relinquish yourself to your partner. Every actions that you made, every challenges that you have conquered, every task that you have accomplished, all needs to be approved by your partner. In the end, your happiness depends on your partner. But but wait, hear me out. Falling in love is also like falling into an abyss of your own unhappiness. At first, you're all alone. You're happy when you're single, right? You felt like you own the world. You felt like you don't need anyone to make you feel happy and joyful until you met that, that special person, that particular somebody, that particular person, a person that has gained your attention. Now you are surely attracted to that person. Suddenly, you start to view everything differently. Remember when you're alone? That's no longer the case. Your own sense of well-being has been shattered. Unless you are with that person, just because you are in love with that person, and then you confess, and suddenly, hopefully, the person actually reciprocates your feeling, the feeling of falling in love, and now you are happy again. You start to see yourself in the other person, in your partner, in your soon-to-be wife or husband. This is the moment where your own happiness is restored. At first, you lose your sense of unity. You lose yourself to the other person, and the other person lose themselves into you. And now rejoice, my friends. The happiness is restored. And that's why the definition of falling in love, at least to me, is like falling into an abyss and then coming back out of it in a much better form. So, all right, that's for my first poem. So for my second poem is actually an old one. I have recited this. This is the third time actually. I will be reciting it on POS, but I put a little twist. So the title of this poem, I think most of you know it, is Oh Jantan. But today I will feature one special guest. Unfortunately, the guest is not here, so the guest is Pidar M. So Oh Jantan featuring Pidar M. So this is how it goes. Oh Jantan, batang cepat keras, ego kau macam gelas. Otak kau pula cepat ganas. Sampai bila kau nak panas? Oh Jantan, perempuan juga yang buat kerja rumah. Perempuan juga tukang jaga anak. Yang beranak pun perempuan juga. Sampai ke darah kau kerja nak bagi nafkah je. Oh Jantan, perempuan kau rogol dikata kau baju tak betul. Perempuan kena harass, tak pernah salahkan kotek kau yang keras. Oh Jantan, kau tak pernah salahkan diri kau. Yang kau salahkan wanita gadis yang makin ditinggalkan. Disebabkan nafsu serakah yang kau nak puaskan. Oh Jantan, kau marah bila orang panggil kau trash. Kau bitter bila kena bash, tapi minta nude tak nak pakai cash. Hantar gambar dick aspect for a flash. Perempuan kencing berak kau nak rakam. Perempuan baju ketat singkat pandat, pandai kata haram. Share nude post dekat Telegram, tak pula kata haram. And now, oh Pidara M, semua kau nak saman, semua kau nak tahan, semua kau nak kenakan tindakan. Tapi, kau juga yang tahan orang minta number. Kau juga yang tahan orang minta tengok tetek. Kau juga yang leak nude orang. Kau Pidara M ke jantan jalang? Oh Jantan dan Pidara M, kenapa diam? Besar tu. Alright, that's all for my second poem. So for my third poem is actually a very old one, but I never cited it before. So just a disclaimer, for the first part of the poem is, please don't call me a pervert or a sexist. It's just a satire, it's just a sarcastic note. So, alright. So this is, what do you look for in a girl? The other day I was chatting with my mates. As soon as the day breaks, a question popped up from their backs. He inquired, what do you look for in a girl? He immediately continued. Well, of course, I'm looking for real pussies. I assure you, he's no racist. No matter the race, Malay, Indian, or Chinese, doesn't care where they came from, America, Africa, Asian, even Atlantic. As long as it is a hole that he can shove his dick, surely it takes. And then this one friend, a guy, came cutting it off. He said, and I quote, pussies, come on, that's a package when you let it go. The difference lies in their titties. Those what they call boobs or titties package with nipples is the one you should look for. As Einstein once created an empirical measuring system for boobies, we should use to do them to measure them titties. A, almost boobs. B, barely boobs. C, can't complain. D, dang. D, double dang. E, enormous. There's nothing more that I want in this world than doing the motorboat. It's not from me, alright? It's not from me. It's from my friend. So, I would be lying if I say I don't enjoy these things. In fact, the percentage of me getting a boner is higher than the ones advertised in sanitizers. But if you ask me, what do I look for in a girl? I would always say I like a girl who reads, who doesn't give a shit about the monstrosity of numbers, who doesn't complain by the written words, description by authors, living in the world of writers, being a prolific reader. That is exactly what I look for in a girl. I like a girl who reads. Tell me the Delay Dilemma by Mahathir, or maybe the Hikayat of Hang Tuah and Hang Nadir. Oh, sure. Surely we can talk about the tales of Dayang Senandung. Or straight diving into the Pantang Larang Wanita Mengandung also can. Cerita rakyat to cerita kampung, I don't care. As long as I can stare to your eyes, with the storytelling, line in place, girl, I'm in love. I like a girl who reads. fly high in the world of theology, dive deep into the world of kafir, and do religious comparison from monotheistic religion, Islam, Christian or Judaism, to the teachings of Confucius and Confucianism, to the ideas of Tao and Taoism, and move to Middle Asia about Hinduism. I hope I don't come by the end of the study, because surely God won't be pleased. So I like a girl who reads. Tell me the life of Marx, divine together the content of Marxism. Be hopeful, wishing not to be a part of communism. Dig to the reasons of Orientalism, or questions ourselves in the topic of existentialism. Why do we exist in the world? Do even aliens have sex? These talks, man, I tell you, will surely always give you inspiration and motivation. So dear, oh dear, just feed me with these talks. I like a girl who read fantasies of the wizarding world, go into an adventure in the world of Harry Potter, an expedition in the realms of Tom Sawyer, stuck in the maze to test you as a speedrunner. Prepare yourself and fight in the arena of the Hunger Games. The world of fiction never fails to amaze me, just like you do. A girl who reads. That is all I want to ask for, a girl who reads. So that's all for my all my three poems. So by the way, I'm still single, but I'm not available. I already booked. And last but not least, shout out to my maybe, perhaps my special one, the girl who loves to read and calls me by the name Nana. All right, back to you, Mr. A.
Every single time Nakib comes up, takes the stage, man. Love is a catastrophe. He starts off. Nakib, every single time, man, he just drops a bomb. So pure that you can't help but just watch the explosion with both eyes just wide open, staring straight into the mushroom cloud. Well, one thing though, I can definitely say that love is definitely like falling into an abyss. And crawling out from that abyss is one hell of an effort. Not kid, man. He just tells it to you so straight, you'll measure yourself with a ruler. Alright. Well, it's enough me fanboying over Nakib here. Alright, now I'm gonna introduce you to our eighth poet. Eighth poet of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Another crowd favorite. She is Mirai, the human embodiment of a chill vibe. I don't think extra introduction is necessary. Mirai, stage is yours.
Hi, I'm Mirai, and I want to say happy Valentine's to everyone who is watching this live out there. And it doesn't really matter whether you're single or in a relationship. What matters most is whether you're happy or not. Because falling in love with the wrong person is just as horrible as dying. So, why kill a part of yourself in order to let someone stay alive, I guess? So, as this poetry event is called Bittersweet, I have prepared two poems. So this one poem is a little bit bitter, and the other one is, you can say, a little bit sweet. So here we go. Okay, so the first one is titled I Am Here. Well, I just came up with the title now because I don't know what to call it. So here we go. Here I am swaying under the heartstrings that you've created, the only home that I ever knew of. I've been burnt too many times in sake of keeping you alive. This illness claims all of my days, as if I'm living on borrowed time. Why is my voice often raised but seldom heard? Is it a fate that I cannot escape, cursed by the love that I receive? I am here, like a fire during the rain. You were gone. Within the first gust of wind shakes you, leaving behind spoiled milk. No lover ever leaves the rose garden without blood on their hands, right? How beautiful it is to have roots under bark. But, my dear, why does it surprise you that beneath my ribcage I've only a heart? So that's the first poem. I think it's a little bit bitter, or so that I think. So this is my next poem. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit romantic, I could say. I don't know. So my friend suggested me to title this poem Euphoria. So that's exactly what I will do. It's something past midnight on a Thursday. I kept waiting for a person, someone so gentle and warm, like a good morning kiss. The way you'd hold me made me held back from every cigarette that I took. I kept waiting for a person, but I hope you know you are light, you are love, you are the whole universe, and yet you are even more than that. So that's it for my poem, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it, even though it's still a little bit a work in progress. But yeah, I felt happy writing both of them. So yeah, that's it for my poem. Back to you, Mr. A.
Oh man, that voice, huh, ladies and gents, really adds, to the experience. Listening to her masterpieces of poetry right there. She has graced our ears tonight, truly. Short, but oh so sweet indeed. All right, thank you, Mirai, for those two pieces. And with that, we go to our ninth poet of the night. He is a Jato. To him, love is subjective. But why can't it be objective? He hates subjective questions in his head. After all, well, Jato. Traditionally, yes, love is always subjective, but you are definitely posing an interesting question there. Take us through it. The stage is yours.
Hey, thank you, Mr. A, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My stage name is Jato, but my friends usually prefer me to call Ijat. So yeah, today I'll be reciting a few poems, 3 specifically. And the first poem is titled Caramel Egg Sundae. Just a disclaimer, this poem was inspired by the Mars ice cream bar that you can get from a Family Mart. The feeling of the caramel and the idea of caramel sundae cone, it was very interesting for me to do this poem a few months ago. So yeah, I'll recite it now. Caramel X Sundae by Jato. The sweet caramel of my everyday sundae. Without you, my life wouldn't be okay. Your sweet smiles bring out the joy in my eyes. My sad sorrow frown turns into a bright smile every time I hear the sound of your laughs from afar. You are the caramel to my sundae cone. You make me melt every time you come to my zone. 'Cause girl, your sweet smile melts my emotions away. The only one left is love. And even that one, you're taking everything away. You are the perfect match to my vanilla sundae. It's like I can't live without you by my side. Not even for one single day. Because you are the caramel to my ice cream sundae. I wouldn't ask for anything else rather than having you as my caramel on my ice cream sundae every day. So yeah, that's the first poem. I made this poem at like around 12 midnight, and I was very high, and I ate the ice cream bar, and I got very hyper. So this is the result. And also, I made this poem for a special someone. I don't know if she's in the audience or not. I hope she is. You know who you are, and yeah, this poem is for you. This is dedicated for you. Okay, we'll be moving on to the next poem. The next poem is titled "You and Me." It's a very short poem. Okay, here goes. You and me. If it was you and me, would life let us be free? Together, you and me, for all eternity. If it was left to you and me to fight these obstacles that life throws at us, would you be with me, being the hand that is there when I cannot see? If it was you and me to live a life together for years, grow old and have kids, and be who we want to be, would you say yes, even if I wanted that for us? If it was left to you and me to fight all of this for all eternity, would you say yes, even though everything is turning into a mess? If it was you and me, the life I want to be reality, a life that has only you and me. So that's it for the second poem. Just a very short poem, just the thought of just in the moment, me and the other person living their lives, being together forever for eternity. It's very, we sometimes we go through that phase. I will have the idea. Okay, now I'll be moving on to the last poem. This poem I collabed with one of my friends. I'll disclose her name, but her IG name is Ice Cupcake. Feel free to follow her IG. She makes the cutest and also the cutest editing, and her content in her IG is very cute and adorable. So if you're into those things, then feel free to follow her IG. Her IG is Ice Cupcake. So yeah, here goes. Relationships. Jato fit Ice Cupcake. So I asked a friend to be honest with me. What was her thought of all of these lovey-dovey things that we call relationships? Here is some of her tips. Now, like all of you who is standing in front of me, virtually or not, hers was not much different. So here are her thoughts. One should be loved and love the other. The power of love can be so strong. You feel like you can climb any tower. However, is it worth gaining all of that power? As an evil from beneath the depths crawled into our world, we were stumbling and falling as it grew bigger and bigger. COVID-19 was born, and we, as normal and flawed human beings we are, started to wonder what we will do in this new norm. What will happen with our lives? What will this new evil manifest? And what will be its form? As everything went downhill, so did ties between people. And the cycle went on, over and over, going round and round like a massive wheel. Slowly, more love between these two slowly disappeared. As the new norm arises, new commitments popped up one by one. To be loved by someone, to be with them for all eternity like in those so-called fantasy stories, slowly faded away. And that was okay. I'm not saying that you should move on and leave it at bay. Focus on your priorities when it comes to this new norm we'll be living in. Because if you take everything at once, it will eat you, kill you from within. Take everything one at a time. Your health, yourself is worth more than just a dime. Yes, love is good. Love is so beautiful. Being with a dude or a girl that you love so dear, feeling safe without even worrying at all that you let out a tear. But focus on your priorities before you take that leap. A mature person would already see when they are ready to take that leap and forever be with them for all eternity. So yeah, that is the last poem
from me. It's a collaboration poem that I made with her. For whoever is wondering what's her IG, it's iced cupcake. Feel free to follow her IG. I'll put it in the chat later. So yeah, it's just a conversation that we had during that time, and I made it into a poem to make it more, approachable for everyone to understand the whole situation, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic and how relationships are going through this pandemic as well. So yeah, I think that's all for me. Last words for me, everyone, stay safe, take care. I know some people just started their semester break. I just started my semester break, and I'm especially on enjoying it. And I hope everyone will enjoy it too. And enjoy your time with your loved ones. And take care, everyone. Jato signing out. Bye bye.
Another dedication. Everyone be shooting their shots tonight. What did I tell y'all? Filled to the brim with love. Thank you, Jato, for those pure expressions of love that you have there. Caramel Sundays. Now I feel like having some ice cream myself. Alright. Before I get my ice cream, gotta finish tonight's event first. And with that, I take you to poet number 10, AZ. Call me AZ? No, call her AZ because she wants to know everything about you from A to Z. Oh man, that description alone, that one liner alone is already tugging at heartstrings, I think. Well, AZ, stage is yours. Get to know.
Thank you so much, Mr. A, for the introduction. So, hello everyone. Hi. It's so great to have you all here on this lovely night. So before I jump into my poems, I want to do a brief introduction about me. To recite a simple poem that I write about myself. Just like a diary that you write about your day, just like a playlist that you created to explain your mood, just like a shoulder that you have cried on. I want to know about your happiness, your concerns, your problems, your everything from the beginning to your last story. I'm here to listen to your A to Z. Hence, my name is AZ. Okay, so for tonight, I have two poems here with me. The first one is actually made by my lovely friend, Sue. It's about love. Meanwhile, the second one, which is the poem that I wrote it myself, it talks about after the breakup. So I will go for the first poem. Love, a four-letter word that holds so much meaning. A word all knows and understands, from little ones to elderly. We say it often, but do we actually mean it? A word that is supposed to be a treasure became a word with no meaning. People nowadays say it so easily without actually thinking of the importance. In marriage vows, confessions, and apologies. But some people ignores its significance. And then we are left with divorce and breakups. All the people listening right now, to not take lightly of this word, because to some of us it may seem meaningless, but to others, it will. The first poem, I will go with the second poem. that day, I still remember the gloominess of the cloud. It was gives on what was. Indeed, indeed, our forever is like sandcastle, seconds away from being swept by the waves. From days to nights and to the years after, we met again as strangers. I was stunned, crazy, and sick. Somehow your attractiveness is that one breakup does to you? Please, once again. Is yours so charming? Cause I can never stop liking your post. There is no hate button, so that you won't know that I'm jealous when people praise you. Instead, on a paper, spell the word you when you look at me. Your eyes, in which still shines as bright as the moon that guards the sky at night. The sky in which cocoons the world, your world which was me, what I used to be. Does your partner beside you know about this? Wait to go to you and say the moon, isn't it? So there's one thing I want to clarify in my poem, which is the last line. The moon is beautiful, isn't it? It's actually a Japanese saying that is widely used in dramas and movies, which carries the more poetic meaning of I love you. So just a heads up, guys. If there is a Japanese guy or a kawaii girl that is asking you about the moon in the middle of the day, that is actually a sign of them hitting on you. So you are welcome. I think that's all from me. Back to you, Mr. A. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me.
Wow. Man, with every event AZ takes part in, her power of recital just keeps growing and growing. Impressive! LOVE, like she said, a simple 4-letter word. What does it mean to you? A treasure or a tool? You decide. And thank you as well, Easy, for sharing your pieces and that little factoid about the moon. Now that it is interesting. I'm trying to comb my memory now to see if there was any Japanese people or whatever asking me about the moon out of the blue. But I don't think I am the type of guy for that sort of events. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this takes us to the final poet of the night. I present to you a white privileged male lacking chromosomes with room temperature IQ. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Take it away.
Hello, hi. I am white privileged male. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to everybody, especially Mr. A. For to finally be able to perform. This is like my first time performing here. I've been an avid viewer for so long, and finally I get the chance. So let's just get into the performance. So for this event, I didn't have time to actually plan something to far ahead. But what I had to work up something the last minute, and what I got from that is that today is a specific date, and we have a theme, which is, bittersweet. So I racked up 3 poems to show the sequence from bitter, middle point, and then sweet. And I'll tell them straight, with the title, of course. And without further ado, here I go. So the first poem, the title is To This Point. I write. Here we go. On a short note, I wrote what was stuck on my throat, questions that float in my head. I need answers. I need you to tell me what the fuck is wrong with me. Why you acting cold to me? Is there something more to see than the lies you sold to me? Better answer truthfully, 'cause I wasn't born to be trash, so take all your shit off of me. Pour in lies, your demise. Fill the distance between us with sharper knives. And I'll cut your eyes out, but they mesmerize though. You won't need them 'cause you don't see my pain, ain't that right, ho? How can my throne be cold like ice snow? Colder than your snowflake half a dime show. I can bring up things that'll get your mind blown, but I won't because you can't handle my tone. Where should I go when I wanna cry? Home. You're supposed to be that, but broke all of my bones. Now I don't know what to do because I know that I broke you too. The second poem, the title is Before We're Alright. Now, it goes like this. It feels like the dark space has colors. Clear out the room, let me in. I may be blind, I can't see with my eyes, but I can hear the flutter of wings. They call out to me in the winter. Your face is as pale as snow. We should go inside, the storm will pass by. I'll be your shelter, your home. Just build me like one, but it's my job to be done, so you just hang tight over there, and I'll show you that I'll care for you. Don't blink for a moment, try to enjoy this ride. The twists and the turns and every single dive. You held my hand tight, and I promise I'll take away all your fright. All I need is just a little more time. Yes, just a few seconds before we're alright. And for the final poem, I wrote it in Malay because of what it was inspired by, and I'll explain that a bit later. So the title of the poem is Banganglah Kau Ni. Yes, Bangang. Kalau ku bertanya, bila kita bersemuka buat sementara, apa yang kau rasa jika kita beri semua yang kita ada? Kau telus bersamaku sejak hari kita bertemu. Kau sangat jernih dan halus walau kau keliru. Seperti peneman sungaiku, kau setia pada sang sayu. Bagaimanakah rasanya menjadi ciptaan terindah yang diseliputi flora dan fauna, sukar ditemui, tak pernah diberi perhatian suci. Kau bekalan nyawaku yang tidak pernah kurang. Kau tak pernah jemu, melayanku dari malam ke siang. Seperti air bagi ikan yang menyelam di sungai Bangang. Kau tempat aku mandikan kasih sayang. Kau telus bila berkata, kecantikanmu luar biasa, kesetiaanmu tiada tandingnya. Kau, sungai Bangangku, buat selamanya. So, in case no one caught up on that, I wrote it in Malay and titled Bangang because in Malaysia, right, there is this river that is so beautiful but so underrated, which is called Sungai Bangang. And that river reminds me of the person that this poem is inspired for. And that person is also the same person that drew my caricature in my frame right now. This date specifically was the date where I confessed to this person, and this performance is dedicated to her. She's in the audience. And yeah, that's all from me. They were short, I know. But yeah. Lajala, and take it away, Mr. A.